What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now here's my question to you. Did the entire community just figure out how Secret Wars ends, how the Avengers will eventually defeat Kang or Doctor Doom, whomever it ends up being in that film, and didn't even realize it? There have been some really crazy reports this week about the reboot of Ultron and his return, and we're going to go into that report in depth. I keep a running list here in the studio, two sides of the whiteboard. One side is the news and rumor mill. The other side is all of my own ideas and theories for videos. Sometimes things will stay on that side, the theory side, for over a year or 2 years. But there is one that has been sitting at the bottom of my theory list since summer of last year, 2021, when we watched What If. And it feels like every time we watch a project, there's a new detail that gets added to it, culminating in this recent report about the return of Ultron. And with that now, I think we have a really good idea of how Secret Wars might end. In fact, the entire community put it together this week, and I'm going to break down how all of the Easter eggs in almost every project of Phase 4, WandaVision, Loki, What If, Multiverse of Madness have all added up one after another to one inevitable conclusion. We're breaking down how Secret Wars ends in the return of Ultron, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which we are right around the corner from, could easily hit by year's end, and we'll be announcing a brand new daily giveaway tomorrow for the entire month of December. So if you want to be entered to win, again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the original claim comes from the Cosmic Circus 2 days ago under the headline What I Heard, The Return of Ultron, where their writer Alex Perez goes on to write, quote, according to one of our sources, the Ultron AI was not destroyed in the wake of Avengers Age of Ultron, and remnants of the Ultron AI are still active but quote-unquote dormant. For the record, so we're all clear, he's referring to the 616 Ultron, as we did see Ultron bots again in 838. More on that in a second. Now, they go on to say it's still unclear when, where, and how Ultron would show up, but when the Direct re-reported on this article, they expounded on it just a bit and pointed to two very likely places, one of which being Armor Wars because of the obvious Tony Stark connection, the other one, which they say is probably more likely in Vision Quest, when we'll see Paul Bettany's Vision back in the MCU, and as they point out, one and the same from the Genesis point. Now, this is where two of my own theories that have been sitting on the whiteboard with some light connection kick in. The first video I did explaining Kang's connection to Tony Stark and why he probably would have looked to eliminate that character across multiple versions of the timeline. The second, which I've never published, why the TVA and Marvel Studios made the choice to introduce Infinity Stones, and so many of them, casually in Loki Season 1 after they had jumped through all the hoops at the end of the Infinity Saga, and removing them from the timeline and the continuity. They were snapped out of existence from Thanos, and then of course the ones that were used to finish Endgame were painstakingly put back by Captain America as a completion to his arc. So here we go, my unifying theory on how the Avengers are going to eventually win Secret Wars, regardless if the villain is Kang or Doctor Doom. It's going to start with the bringing back of Tony Stark AI, which I think is going to take place in Armor Wars, and why they've put that into a movie so that RDJ's return is on the silver screen. Now, with the return of Tony Stark, a character that has been tied with Ultron even when he's not there, see Multiverse of Madness, he's the one who's going to be able to uniquely access spectral vision. When the latest industry insider report talked about dormant Ultron AI, I know that sort of implies maybe still somewhere in the internet or left on Earth, possibly in the Stark tech that's collected by Damage Control or sitting at Happy's apartment. I think they're referring to spectral vision. He's the one who has the remnants of the original Ultron AI still in his software. The return of AI Tony Stark is the one who's going to be able to uniquely access them. Now, he's not going to do this because he wants to. He's going to do this at the behest of a multiversal version of Captain Carter. I believe the one that we saw specifically during What If. Now, we know that character exists in important roles across the multiverse. See Multiverse of Madness, she was a member of the Illuminati. But specifically the one from What If would have encountered Infinity Ultron and understood the range of his power. Now, the only thing they'll be missing when they go to reassemble an Ultron with the Infinity Stones are the Infinity Stones, which we know will be fully accessible via the TVA, which is not only set to feature in the upcoming Deadpool, but we know again in Loki Season 2, and by the time we get to Kang Dynasty and finishing him off, I think they're going to be a central part of the story. So multiversal Captain Carter will know about Ultron plus Infinity Stones, use Tony Stark's AI to uniquely interact with Spectral Vision to access that AI remnants. They'll pair that with the Infinity Stones and create a warrior that can traverse the multiverse in real time and with enough power to be able to defeat whomever again the final villain is in either Kang or God Emperor Doom, who might be wielding the power of the Beyonder. Not only is Infinity Ultron, as he probably shouldn't be called, but I'm going to keep calling him that, arguably the most powerful character we've seen on screen in MCU canon, being able to peer into the multiverse, not merely travel it, and interact with the Watcher. This as a narrative would also tie together almost every project and add a huge layer of connectiveness that just didn't appear to be there on surface level in Marvel Phase 4. Also, and I'm just saying, why do you go back to a character if he's already been established in a final form? For me, logically, there's no real reason to bring him back unless it's going to be something along these lines. Now, for devil's advocacy's sake, because I do like trying to poke holes in my own theories to make them stronger, I guess there are a couple of arguments, and the strongest one would be it's sort of a cop-out for Marvel Studios to turn around and use the Infinity Stones again to defeat the final boss and end the Multiverse Saga exactly the way they did in the Infinity Saga, and it doesn't leave any room for Miss Marvel's bangle and or the 10 Rings of Power for Shang-Chi, which are very obviously connected to what we've already seen of one of the versions of Kang in the Quantum Realm, and I actually mean one of the versions from the trailer, not one of the versions for the multiverse. Definitely also a subject for a separate video. Now that we know there's a connection there, somehow they have to be involved with the resolution of the story, but again, when crafting theories, no reason to create mutual exclusion where there isn't any. It's possible for all of these to be part of the story. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in reaction to my theories. That's what theories are good for. I know you guys love to pick them apart, and that is totally cool with me. I don't take it personal, so all your arguments, counter arguments, whatever you got in the comments, I'd love to hear them. Quickly, let's jump into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 1 million subscribers. We have picked up a ton of steam in the last week and could easily hit that by month's end. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos. During the video, make sure never to reply to any spam comments on my channel or anybody else's channel. No YouTuber will ever ask you to talk with them on Telegram or WhatsApp and then try to charge you for shipping. So be vigilant, again, on any platform really as well. They seem to be everywhere. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd really appreciate you hitting the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. I really appreciate it for all the support over these last 5 years. I cannot believe we're about to ding 1 million subscribers. Oh, brand new daily comic giveaway starting tomorrow on December 1st. Okay guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.